It says in this word, it's simple. Psalm 1, blessed is the man, right? And when we look at man, it could be man, woman, or child, but especially for man. Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly. So when someone sees you and you are not as happy as you normally are, and they're saying, you need to relax. You need to enjoy yourself. You need to spread your wings a little bit. You need to have a girl's night out or a man's night out. You cannot consider yourself blessed if you are listening to their advice. So a lot of people immediately are going to say, well, Pastor, you're automatically judging us or you're judging them rather, because you're calling them ungodly. What I'm telling you is that God is not far from any man. And there's no reason why you have to seek out a man or listen to a man when you have God that says he will guide you. And so a lot of you may say, well, I'm living a corrupt life and God cannot hear me. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. In another portion of the Bible, it says, the Word shall be a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. So where am I getting to? The Word is just the Word of God, which is the Bible, the Holy Bible, is just as good as hearing words from God. Not to say that God cannot speak, but just trying to edify you or allow you to be aware that there's more than one voice that's being spoken. The same way that someone could write a book years ago and you could still hear their voice in that book, is the same way with the Word of God. You just have to be in tune spiritually in order to hear it. It says, nor standeth in the way of sinners, right? Nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. Too often we can't help the people in which God has laid before us to help. So many of us are waiting to be attached or subscribed or a part of some kind of organization in order for us to start giving to the poor, feeding the poor, helping the poor. Okay, so there are people right now that may not be poor at all. Financially, they could be very well off. Spiritually, they are very poor. So we have to understand that. Nicodemus went to Jesus Christ in the night because he was poor of wisdom, knowledge, understanding of God's precepts. How do I gain more of God when I'm in this world and I got to prove a point? How do I gain more of God and I've got all these riches and I'm in charge of all these things? How do I do it? How do I do it like you? Right? And so the whole idea is that Jesus interprets that you have to change your mind frame. Your mind frame may have gotten you there, but the mind frame doesn't make you blessed. And for a lot of you guys are thinking, and again, this is the world's device, and I'm trying to show you how strong the world's devices are. Because the world's device would tell you that if you have riches, you are blessed. Now, even the churches say that. If you have riches, bring your riches into the storehouse. You are blessed. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't give tithes and even offerings in abundance. I'm not saying you shouldn't do that. But what I am saying is that when you are blessed, God is speaking about spiritually. And when you're blessed spiritually, God naturally blesses you as well naturally. Why? Because if he could guide you into the things of the Spirit, the things of the world are that much easier. So now we stand in the way of sinners. Now, when we're in the way of sinners, it's interpreted two ways, or we could look at it two ways. There's many ways you could look at it. You are in their realm. You are in their world. You are doing what they're doing, right? And, or I don't care who they are. It could be your son, your daughter, whoever. You're wanting to play the I want to save you card. So you're in their way to stop them from doing wrong. You know they're at a party, you know they're at a club, you know they're dancing, you know they're drinking, you know they're fornicating, and you want to put yourself in that situation in order to save them. So you stand in the way of sinners. But you have to remind yourselves that God could do anything but fail. And your prayer is just as important, if not more important, than you being there. You being there only puts yourself at harm unless you are spiritually guided to be there. But when you are praying earnestly, your prayer goes up to heaven. God hears it, even hears a groan in your spirit, and he will intercede, and he will begin to change and remold the people in which you need change within your life.